Sorry, y'all. I'm just over here enjoying the Indulge NYC cookies before we start filming. Shh, don't tell my special guest, okay? Listen. We are back for another episode of Feed the DJ podcast. We have a great interview coming your way in just a moment, but I wanted to make a few shout outs for you guys before we get started. Of course, we could not do this amazing podcast without Hub 17 NYC, our home base, our studio space, and just another way that you can connect with the show. We now have a Hub 17 NYC streaming app that you can download for free on your phones, on your TVs, and other mobile devices. You can check out our podcast and highlights from our live events as well, right here in the heart of Staten Island. So make sure you guys go grab that. We're going to be promoting that all season long. So by the end of the season, if you don't have that app, like, we're going to have a sit down, okay? So right here at Hub 17, and we're going to get that app on your phone before you leave here. You feel me? All right? It's just a really cool way for you to be able to stay in contact and stay in touch and see what we got going on here. So, yeah, let your friends know, let your mama know, let your cousin and them know that Hub 17 has that new streaming app. And we also have a lovely spread of pastries here for this episode. On this episode, we have the apple hand pies. Myself and Kenny in the back, we tried them. They're really so delicious. Big shout out to Maddie. She just dropped these off. Indulge NYC doing big things. We actually got to hang out at the Smiles Film Festival. Big shout out to the director and all of the filmmakers that were a part of the film festival. That was the 11th Smile Film Festival, and I hosted last year as well. So it was a great time, and Maddie was there. She had marshmallows, some OG flavors of the cookies that we know and love from here at the show. So make sure you guys follow her. And without further ado, we want you guys to leave us a 5-star review. Let us know what you think of the show. Reach out to us on social media at feedthedj_podcast, or you can send us an email as well at feedthedjpod@gmail.com. So let's jump into this awesome interview. Stay to the end so that you can hear some music from our special guest. Hey guys, we are starting our interview. If you're watching, give me some reviews on the hair. Okay, what are we thinking about this? It's
10
giving.
out of 10.
Thank you. This is my Morticia look. I was telling Kenny before. But yeah, you guys know how we do on the podcast. I'm always changing my character. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? Let me know if she stays or if she strays, okay? But anyway, we're about to get right into this interview. We have Saphyre here in the studio. You guys, this is a long time coming, okay? A long time coming. I've been wanting to get her on the show for a minute, but also our lives have crossed paths so many ways in life in general. It's kind of full circle. So I'm very excited to learn more about our special guest today. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a bio about her. So Saphyre is an electronic artist and producer who draws inspiration from the UK dance scene, which I love. We need to take Feed the DJ to the UK. Like at this point, we gotta go. We gotta go, y'all. She loves US house music, the pulsating bass of warehouse raves. Quick story time, my first wedding was for this super cool couple. Big shout out to Joey and Clayco. They had their wedding reception in a warehouse, and it was literally like a warehouse rave wedding reception. And that was my first wedding DJing. Big shout out to them. They had coloring books with my face in it, and big shout out to Starter. He was there too, and all of the gang. So warehouse raves, we need to definitely bring that back. I feel like
That's dope. Joey Patches?
Yes, Joey
awesome.
Patches.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout out to
big
him.
Shout out to Joey. Yo, that was the best wedding ever, and I suggest everyone do that. Like, definitely have your reception in a crazy place like Bushwick in a warehouse. Like, it's a vibe. And along with sentimental feels of 80s and 90s reggae and dancehall, our special guest crafts tracks that transport listeners to the dance floors of a bygone era while infusing modern energy. And you guys, make sure you stay to the end of this episode so that you can hear one of her latest tracks, and we'll be adding that track to our Spotify playlist. So after this episode, you get to listen to Saphyre wherever you go. So let's jump into this episode. Thanks, girl, for coming down and hanging out with me today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You
It's an
look
honor.
amazing, by the way. You're glowing. I love it. She walked in and I was like, a ray of sunshine on this beautiful Sunday here in Staten Island. So let's dive right in. You describe your sound as a mix of UK dance, US house, old school reggae, dancehall. I really want to know what kind of pulls you together to all of those different blends of sounds, and were you introduced to all of them?
Well, the reggae part, that's just jungle music. Like that is a significant part of that subgenre of drum and bass.
Yeah.
And I love when my dad first heard when I was tapping into jungle, he said like I definitely qualify because I just grew up on reggae my whole life. That is the only thing that was playing in the household growing up. Like nothing else could play.
Yeah.
So my exposure to dance music, trance, and anything outside of just reggae was car rides with my mom.
Yeah.
So she would switch that radio station to KTU, and that would be my experience into like Euro dance and like all that popular stuff that was out in the late 90s, early 2000s. Mm-hmm. I think my mom definitely peeped that like I was jamming back there. I was just in another world. So she would always just switch that radio station over to there every now and then. All my CDs was just electro pop or pop sounds. But like I couldn't like out loud play what I wanted to play because reggae just ruled everything. So but like over time, over decades, all these songs, all like from Gregory Isaacs to Dennis Brown to Merciless, like these artists, I've naturally memorized all of their lyrics and everything like that. And so that's just ingrained in me thanks to my parents. And once I discovered jungle, when I started going to raves, actually, that's when I was exposed to that. It was like a click, like, oh, I love that Jamaican immigrants in the UK back in the 90s took what they grew up with and made their own thing. And the pioneers, I loved how they blended that acid warehouse sound and like just electronic with reggae. That resonated with me deeply. And I just started tapping into it in like 2023. My first track was, to me, terrible, but like my little cult following loved that track.
Isn't it funny that like when you put your first thing out, you're like, this is crazy, like wild, and you're getting so much love, and you're like, you guys like that?
Yeah.
You sure?
Like someone like gave it a shout out. I'm like, no, not that one.
But no, that's awesome that you kept going though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So shout out to you.
It just felt natural to make, and it was really fun to make. And then I ended up making an EP last year, and I really hit the mark, and a lot of like UK Londoners, anyone outside of the US really loved that EP. So I'm really happy I got that stamp of approval.
Yeah. So tell us your journey about even becoming a producer. Like, when were you ready to make your own music, and what were some of the steps that you had to take to get to being ready to put out your first EP?
So music, my journey with music, I started with instruments, like I think most of us. Like fifth grade was the flute, and then junior high school, I played the cello. Then in high school, I tapped into the trumpet, the baritone. But I let it go to try to pursue a career in law. It's what my parents wanted for me. So we didn't see an in-between. It was just either arts or law school, I guess.
Yeah.
That didn't pan out. I found another path, which I'm really successful in, and I'm really healed and content. And so during the pandemic was when I had the audacity to try it out.
It's so funny because I told myself, I was like, I want to try and learn how to mix beats during the pandemic too. And I don't know why. I was just shook, I guess. I don't know. I guess it was just like with everything going on, I was like, do I have the mental capacity to learn something new right now? So I'm so inspired by you for taking that leap.
Yeah. I was honestly bored. I didn't have kids or anything, and I had salary money. I mean, like corporate salary money. I was like, why not? I just listened to this album from Joyride. He does bass house music. Yeah. He's a UK producer, and that album left me in tears. Like, it resonated with me that much, and I was like, I can do this. Let me download Ableton. And no, till this day I can't do bass house music. And so I just started tapping into things I could muster and do. So I started doing classic house sounds, and made my way into, I did techno, and then I made my way into tech house and jungle.
Yeah.
And because this was just a genre I've always loved. I've never, this has just been a genre I've resonated with. This is something I've always listened to, and through my journey of being a producer, I was able to learn a lot more subgenres physically, going to these raves and these get-togethers, like out in like the Bushwick area or like Greenwich or something like that. It exposed me to a lot of other people, a lot of other artists, a lot of underground artists in the UK who have finally been recently signed, actually, and they're making it right now, and they're making their US tours, and I'm seeing their progress, and their success really inspires me to keep going too.
Yeah. And we're from a little tiny island, the Forgotten Borough. And I know that you guys noticed that as she was saying some of the places that you can find this music, it's Bushwick, Greenwich, like everywhere outside of Staten Island. So this is one of the topics that we really wanted to talk about today, is just the local scene, which I feel like on Staten Island, I won't say there's none, because there's definitely a few like underground events that are happening that a few DJ friends that I know are putting together.
I just recently went to an event. It was created by DJ Mac Rascal.
Yes! Yeah. I was just about to talk about... You already know, bro. Mac Rascal's wife is Indulge NYC. She gives us the cookies for the show.
Oh, okay.
And love you, Ben. Love you. You already know how we do. But yes, he is doing a lot of the rave gods work out there in Staten Island. We actually did a rave in a deli.
I saw.
That was insane.
Oh, I wanted to go. So,
it was crazy.
This new mom life, it takes me away. Like, Saturdays and Fridays are not my days, but I saw, and I loved the footage. It was, the deli part was amazing.
It was insane. We literally like had to fight drunk like deli patrons who like the guys who like to stand outside for hours on end and just drink like malt liquor all day. We literally had to like fight them off, be like, listen, come back at 8 and pay a ticket and you can come back, but yeah, it was awesome. But we also did a few events over at Fort Willow too. So it's starting to bloom. So there's definitely starting to be a demand for the rave scene. But I think, we have to start being the change we want to see. Yeah. So what do you think about the local, electronic music scene?
Because I'm not really out like that. I thought I was just doing it to myself, like not really connecting with anyone out here. And I thought I was like one of the only electronic artists. So I started to do my research online, and I saw like there's Renegade NYC, and there's Elsewhere, again, Brooklyn, Manhattan. So I started going out there. I couldn't find anything over here in Staten Island, but recently it was confirmed like there isn't much happening in the electronic music scene out here. And then on top of that, we have these platforms that feature a lot of artists in genres of indie or hip hop, and I don't see them feature electronic music artists. So I thought, I guess that's just not here. Maybe they're on the South Shore, but I'm not in the South Shore. So I do feel a little lonely out here in my little lane. I'm very eager to connect with local artists and producers for sure.
Yeah. Well, you guys join the chat, join the conversation. If you are into the scene of electronic music, join us. Send over an email, send over a DM, follow Saphyre so that you guys can connect. Because I think what it is with Staten Island is that there's a lot of folks who are interested in it. It's just about taking that leap. And a lot of the times starting something new on the island is tough because folks are used to going out and leaving the island. So making things, pulling us together to being here is usually a little like, do I want to do it? Do I end up just saying F it and let's just do it at a venue in Brooklyn or in a lower Manhattan? So we're here, you guys. We got the space right here, right at Hub 17. So we got the sound, we got the lights, we got the equipment. Maybe we need to join forces, girl.
Yes. Maybe
that's something we need to do.
I should tap into
Can we have a rave? We can have a rave. It's confirmed. You ready to get into DJing? You ready to go out there more?
Yes and no. Yes, like really I do, but I gotta get my mom life together. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I like there are times where like for instance last weekend Chase and Status and Shy FX was they had a performance and it was a struggle to get someone to watch my kids.
Yeah.
So and I'm glad I made it, but like yes, I really want to, but I think these first 5 years of my kid's life it's gonna be a little tough. But
Yeah.
like afterwards, I think I'm gonna be way more out there.
Absolutely.
Physically. Yeah.
Yeah. And once you get out there, I know that it's like, it's strange because it's like once you start making the money and you start going out and doing the gigs, and I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just from my experience, you kind of start doing gigs to where you have to come to almost be a chameleon. And sometimes you almost get lost in doing so many events for people that you lose touch of your specific thing. When you do start going out there, are you going to be more so looking for gigs that center around the genres that you desire to play, or are you open to doing other genres as well?
I'm interested in doing the genres I'm interested in.
Okay, yeah. Because you know what's funny? I feel like I'm getting into that lane now too. Like I'm kind of more wanting to do sets where I get to really vibe out to what feels good to me rather than being in a box.
Exactly.
So much,
I've vibed to other genres honestly my whole life, supporting other artists, and I'm gladly did it. I still do. I've learned so much. I love learning from other enthusiasts, but I really got to tap into, like, I love how my whole music journey I've been learning about more and more subgenres. Bass house, for instance, was just created about like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I love how it's evolving, and I just want to continue to just stay in that scene and see where it goes, and just I would love to also just I kind of did this to also make friends. Like I want to make friends in an element in music where they love this kind of music too. It can be a little hard.
Yeah. So I would love to know, what was your first rave experience like? Your very first rave that you ever been to, ever?
I was alone. I went alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love those because you never know what can happen on a solo night. You can just get into it. Yeah.
I couldn't find anyone to go with. Yeah. And at the time, my boyfriend, now husband, but at the time he was my boyfriend, he, I believe, was working. So I just went alone. And I Ubered out there all the way in Queens and Ubered back because you just never knew what kind of situation I would have been in. Yeah. So I made sure to have money aside to have some reliable transportation. And yeah, it was Trans Picos, I think they're called. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't expecting the population itself, but I loved it once I got there. I loved how it felt like I'm a 90s kid, so I don't exactly know what the 90s rave scene was genuinely like, except for like the rare footage you see. But I felt like it looked exactly like what a rave would look like back then. It was dark. It was I loved how like they had smoke all over, and like they kind of masked whatever smells with like a lot of incense, which was cool and smart. It was flashy. It was just a lot of bodies dancing around you, and yeah, I danced alone. A couple of people actually went up to me and was like, "Oh, you're such a vibe. I love you. I love your energy." I don't know what they were on, but I loved it too.
Yeah, right.
A lot of interesting characters I saw around me, and I was loving it. And then I had the confidence to just approach someone and be like, "Hey, do you want to smoke over here?"
Right, like, come be my friend real quick. I want to hang out with you.
Yeah. And so I made a friend, and then that turned into a circle, and then we ended up following each other on Instagram, and a couple of them were baby producers like me at the time, and it was a great night.
Awesome. I gotta go to a rave. I don't actually, now that I think about it, other than the deli, I've only been to one other rave, I guess. And it was a rave, but Chris Brown was gonna be there. So
kind of rave.
It was at
was he remixed into
it was like he was hosting, which really, just means standing there for all of 15 minutes then leaving. But yeah, I was this was so long ago too. I don't even know if the space is still there. It's Space Ibiza in Chelsea.
Okay.
And it was huge. Just getting there was a wild night. I was with these two crazy ass girls. But anyway, yeah, they were like, yeah, we're going to see Chris Brown. That's all I knew. I had no idea what I was walking into. And when I'm thinking of Chris Brown, I'm not thinking of a rave. So when I go in, I'm like, what the hell? So it was so much, just like what you described, a bunch of people and just like pulsing, like doom, doom, doom. But then again, I was like, you know what? No, Chris Brown does have a few electronic songs that could ring off in here if they do a good remix to it or whatever. Sorry,
I was gonna say a lot of artists love to just take an R&B artist sound and they'll turn it into tech house, and it's just a whole new song. And my only issue with that is I just hope the audience who love that tech house sound really recognize like that comes from R&B. It comes from there's just know where it comes from is all I hope.
And I think right now that's a big thing, like especially with like the TikTok mashup DJs, like a lot of that research and knowing where things come from.
Yeah.
And you're a producer. I feel like you guys really take that personal because like you guys are creating it from scratch. You know what I'm saying? So what would you say is like the etiquette with that? I mean, obviously you have to get the rights for it.
Yeah.
But.
Well, yeah. So my most top performing song is Reggae Boom, and I did credit the man who is he has a freestyle on there. It's Sizzla. It's Miguel Collins.
Yeah.
Sizzla Kalonji, and he's credited. I hope he don't sue me, but he's credited, and that's the most I could do. I really did try to find like his entertainment management and whatnot, but I just found this random acapella freestyle. I found it on this acapella website. It was a UK site, and he was just going off, and I'm like, this would sound amazing on a drum and bass type of it was perfect for a jungle beat. So I put it on. I created the drums, the sound, the loops, the wubs and everything, and then I put his voice on, and it just sounded great. So I just make sure to credit people. Even like one of my remixes, I remixed one of my own songs and there's a female vocals on there, and I took a snippet of Beanie Man's Dancehall Queen, and the woman who was singing, I just took a snippet of it and put it into my song, and I made sure to credit her.
Okay.
So it's just crediting, shouting it out, making sure people know like, hey, this is someone else. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I guess that could really lead me into my next question. You do most of producing at your at-home studio, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So give us the vibe, like, and also like building your studio too, like where it was from, the bare bones to where it is now, and just the vibe of what it's like to create for you.
So it started just on my laptop I had my keyboard, my MIDI keyboard, my laptop, Ableton, and just playing around with music theory, just trying to figure out how to create chords and melodies. And the quickest way for me to do that was either YouTube, or I would find a sample. I had a tuner, so the tuner would tell me the notes.
Yeah.
And then from there, I would convert it into keyboard notes, and I would just learn the melodies that way. So same with my cello. Although I did professionally learn cello years ago, I acquired an actual cello in my adulthood years, and I had to relearn it. So I had to learn through YouTube, and again, the same thing, using the tuner to find those notes and then actually playing it out. So it started with just the MIDI keyboard, my computer, and today I have actual instruments. I got the cool lights, I got my speakers, and I'm just really blessed to have like some time to just sit back and create. I'm really happy that I can just get away from work and just my life and focus on hours on just building from hearing a million hi-hats and all these different loops. I make sure to what I love doing is taking vocals and chopping it and reversing it. So I think almost every single one of my songs have vocals, and they're chopped as hell. I think it's a ADD thing. Like, it's just, there's lots of vocals. The beat changes almost every 60 seconds. Like my latest track, Red Flag Rhythm, has like 3 different vibes in there. So today it still needs more work, but I love that I finally acquired some drums, and I really want to start recording myself actually using the drums and showing People like I feel like one of the most some respected producers know how to play instruments. Like, I feel like they I think that's just a basic. You need to just know how to play at least the keyboard.
You know, honestly, is that even a hot take, y'all? Like, low key, I think that's like 101 low key, right?
No, yeah. I am always impressed by producers who take anything as an instrument. Like, I could just start tapping on this and they're making it into a song. Exactly. I love that.
Yeah. So are you like a night owl producer? Are you like early morning, or is it more one of those like wherever you can squeeze the time in?
Honestly, whenever I could squeeze it in, but usually at night.
Okay.
Typically at night. When I was on maternity leave, I would be up from like 10 p.m. is when the children would go to sleep, around 9:30, 10 p.m. And then I'm up all the way through 7 a.m. And I was fine. Probably not technically I wasn't, but I felt fine and I kept doing that. Like Ragaboom was done in 14 straight hours. And then of course I had to fine tune it. But just the layout of itself, I did that in 14 hours straight. Wow. So yeah, I guess postpartum kind of makes you stay up late and be a little loopy, but like it
hella creative.
I was gonna say it brought out the most creative side of me too, like using all that free time.
If someone never knew you and you could suggest them 2 of your songs that would perfectly describe you, what would you tell them to check out? Like they've never heard anything of yours and you're like, all right, these are the perfect 2 songs to introduce myself musically.
Red Flag Rhythm and anything in the vibe of just sexy, cunty house music.
Yes.
Like I love that girly sound.
Yeah.
And that's what I listen to a lot. Club like music.
Yeah.
The club house music. And so Red Flag Rhythm kind of embodies that to me. And the new EP, I just want to focus on that sound. So that would describe my personality and just who I am and how I feel. So yeah.
Awesome. So what are you gonna go with that for your outro song? Yeah. Is that what you want us to play for the end of the episode?
Yes.
Okay, I'm typing it in right here. So make sure you guys stay to the end. What we are going to do now is my favorite part of the episode. It's time to feed the DJ. Ooh. So today we have apple hand pies from Indulge NYC.
Yum.
They are so good. I don't know about you guys, but after a gig, like coming home from a late night event, or even after creating for 14 hours straight, you might not want like a whole big thing. Sometimes something a little sweet is just what you need. And these are so perfect. Little hand pies, perfect to just pop in. They're delicious. So we're going to try them. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had one before we started the show. Just to make sure, you know what I mean? But, you know, Maddie never disappoints, so I'm excited for you to try them. The holidays are coming, girl, so she is right here in Staten Island. She'll deliver over to you. She's a mom also. She has twins at home, and what she's doing in this kitchen needs to be studied. So here, go take one, try that, and let us know what you think.
I tried to tap into the food business and that was not for me.
Yeah, so, I also tried at one point too. And I was, I just be trying stuff, y'all. We just be trying things over here. But yeah, this is so good.
Anything apple pie like is my thing. So
like all fall stuff over here tonight, okay? All this needs is a pumpkin spice latte or something like that. That's what we need. But yes. Oh my God.
Good.
It's so good. Wow. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for telling us more about everything music, everything Saphyre. And while we're still here, tell us how you came up with your name.
So my first music name was DJ Energy, and energy was spelled like French because I wasn't really that creative. And I was going to lean into the DJing side, but I realized I needed a lot more time to understand and learn electronic music.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did. And also I have stage fright. I'm sorry. I don't know how y'all do it. Like you got DJ Waffles just doing full dance routines as she DJs.
She's going off like
Never me. I feel like I'm gonna need like a mask, like these other DJs, like Marshmello, Dead Mouse. I may need a mask, or just make it be dark. I don't know. I do want to tap into DJing someday, but so once I realized I'm gonna just fully produce, I knew I had to change my name. So Saphyre, again, not really all that creative. I'm a Virgo. My birth month is September. Sapphire is the birthstone. So I just changed up how to spell Sapphire, and now I'll pronounce it Sapphire to make it slightly different. But that's just it. It's simple.
Thank you so much. So please let our listeners know where they can find you on social media and listen to more of your music.
Yes, you could find me on Instagram at saphyre.music. And all streaming platforms, except for Beatport. I'm trying to get into Beatport, but I'm on all streaming platforms pretty much at Saphyre, just Saphyre.
All right. You guys stay here and you'll be able to listen to one of her amazing tracks, and you can find it on our Spotify playlist as well. This is another episode of Feed the DJ podcast. I don't bite, I just DJ. We'll see you in the next episode.
Real tight, got some of that. I wanna taste it. Oh, that's my shit real tight.